Married at First Sight is one of Australia's most popular, slowly unfolding disasters. If you haven't seen the show, it's a reality program that documents the downfall of Australian society. A slew of brands are in committed long-term relationships with the MAFS, but there is one that just doesn't click.
Why do you like that Big Four Colours pen? I use it to keep up with reality show drama. I use red when true love conquers all, black when things get intense, and green when crazy jealousy strikes. So I guess blue is all in there. Blue. The Big Four Colours pen. For every bride, Gruen, every side of you.
Oh, come off it. Everyone knows the MAFS fans can't spell. Online, Bic has MAFS tie-in content like this.
I want a husband that I'm just as happy to see him as I would like coconut water. Like, I love coconut water.
Shakespeare, drink your heart out. Russell, why does a pen need a primetime ad?
Man, oh man, I mean, it is a terrible ad, but it's really good advertising.
What do you mean?
Well, the content's no good. However, actually being in MAFS and advertising what people would call a low-interest product, right? So marketing jargon, low interest. So, we shouldn't be advertising low-interest products because there isn't enough people out there that care enough. But if you actually do mass marketing of low-interest products, you then actually can improve the interest. And you can, and this is what would be happening with this, is you can get a lot of lapsed users repurchasing this product. So in a way, what I think would be happening, I've got no evidence that this is what's happening. What I would think would be happening is that the ad during MAFS is in effect the shop window. I'm looking in the shop window and I see the Big Four colour pen, and then my mobile phone is the cash register. I am immediately getting on to, let's say, Amazon or Officeworks or
While
whatever.
you're making things up, you might as well.
I know. And I would be amazed if this advertising isn't working incredibly well. And it's quite fun to do the numbers. Do you want to try and do the numbers, Will?
Imagine them?
Yeah, let's imagine
We're just going to imagine the numbers.
We're going to imagine the numbers.
Okay,
so there's probably, let's say, 3 million people watching MAFS any given moment.
Any given moment?
Any given moment. So a reach of 3 million. There's a reach of 3 million. So if I said to you 1% of people would be maybe interested or keen to get their hands on a Bic that they haven't had since they were in primary school. That's 1%. So what's that? 30,000? Right, so 30,000 people.
Not here to do maths, mate.
Yeah, they click
I could
through.
barely say maths. I can't do maths.
They click through. It's a $4 purchase. There we go. There's $120,000 just made just off that one ad that you've shown. And the ad's going to cost you less than $120,000 to be in MAFS. So it's probably costing you at most $60,000 to be there. You got $120,000 off the back of running that one particular commercial, and bang, you're making money.
I mean, imagine if that was true. Isn't it wonderful if you don't have to have responsibility for any of the figures?
And what I'm hoping is all these traditional household brands see the case study, see this big case study.
A case study now, is it?
It's a case study. And they go, oh, hang on, that's how you do it. I've forgotten.
Wow, I've never watched someone go down a rabbit hole in real time.
The fact that MAFS is the master of integration. So when they refer to integration, they refer to the ability to sort of work the products into the set in some way where it feels somewhat natural. And you can't, it's highly competitive. Lots of people are trying to get in because it's one of the highest rated shows. And there's competition, so you can't have 2 cars. You can't have 2 beauty products. And when you think about a pen, there's not that much competition to the pen. And it's no small business. Bic sells over 5 billion pens a year. So if you're talking about something that costs a couple of dollars, that's a lot of money that they make. And I think that they know that MAFS, a big chunk of the MAFS audience are the gatekeepers, mums, 25 to 54. And they're actually marketing directly to them. I think it's a clever move. I mean, if you want eyeballs, unfortunately, it's an indictment on all of us. You go to MAFS.
It's a terrible ad, but it's great advertising, right? Genuinely.
So that feels like the miss for me, that it is a terrible ad. It's clearly a global ad that's been repurposed and wedged into the MAFS.
MAFS, oh my God. No,
I know, it's hard, isn't it?
MAFS.
Married at First Sight.
Yeah, Married at First Sight rates really highly across a lot of demographics, including students in high school and university. Found some research about pens and biro sales, and it's really, I thought no one writes anymore, but apparently it's going up, particularly with students, particularly in the Asia Pacific. What the problem is that people are moving to new pen technologies. So like gel inks, erasable pens, and when you look at the 4-click pen, that's like daggy and old. And I think this is an example of a brand that often when a category or a product is dying, they will spend a heap of money right before the end to try and get attention again, boost sales, but also to get extra shelf space, you need to show the retailers that you're advertising on mainstream TV. So I think we're actually seeing a brand that's struggling against competitors, trying to grow back some of their audience, and they're just trying to be part of culture by integrating it really quite clumsily into the adult.
If Married at First Sight can enjoy a big tie-in, we thought, why not pen one of our own?
Why do you like that big 4-colour pen?
I use it to keep up with the latest episodes of Gruen. I use red when I hate an ad, and green when I love every ad.
So I guess black is for the feeling of despair when you realise that a pen can't just be a pen anymore. It needs to be an ad, a social media campaign, and a reality show tie-in.
The big 4 colours pen. We live in hell.